team from Belgium in the Challenger class. The Punch team is an experienced team and they're aiming for professionalism in everything they do, and certainly in our dealings with them they have shown that. They're aiming for reliability and use 3D modular scanning to develop the car. And the first car is away. Punch number 8 is on its way to Adelaide. Next up is number 25, the Nagoya Institute of Technology from Japan. NIT prioritised safety in the build of their car, and the streamlined shape of the whole body is their biggest feature that they are proud of. The team's worked on this car for 2 years, and the shape was designed to reflect the Shinkansen, the Japanese bullet train. Next up, we have team number 15, Western Sydney University, with their second iteration in this event, Unlimited 2. Western Sydney's design is focused on a culture where every minor detail counts, every single gram, every small improvement of the entire car. Delightful people to work with. Their team members have gone on to great careers in electric vehicles around the world, and it's a delight to see Western Sydney University here. And we're very proud now to bring car number 3, the Nuna 9, the 9th version of the Nuna car, and how beautiful she looks indeed. Defending champions of the Challenger class, Nuna 9 is lightweight and aims to have as minimal aerodynamic drag as possible. Well done, Nuna. Safe journey. We'll see you in Adelaide. I hope I get there to welcome you. Next on the line is a brand new team, Sonnenwagen from Aachen in Germany. Just a delight to see a brand new team come to this standard in their first attempt. It's going to be very interesting to see how they go. We wish them well, and we look forward to having those discussions in Adelaide, and I'm sure that if they come back with the experience of the road as well as the quality of engineering, they will certainly be a team to beat. Next up we have Blue Sky from Canada, the Polaris car in the Challenger class with the concept of form after function. Blue Sky Solar Racing is a team that we know well over the years, and we certainly wish them the best of luck as they travel south. I'm proud to present, ladies and gentlemen, the Istanbul Technical University from Turkey. BOW is their latest car, B's on wheels. The B being the symbol of their university, and it's a very angry looking bee on the side of the car. Now here's another superstar, really. It's Tokai University from Japan, the Tokai Challenger. They have come at this challenge with the disruptive regulations in a completely different way, and almost all parts of this Tokai car were made based on Japanese advanced technologies. Next up we have Novum, and the flag being proudly waved there by Chuck Hutchins. Chuck has been with every Michigan car for many, many years. This must be the most aerodynamic and efficient car that Michigan have produced, and I'm sure we would all say Go blue. Take it steady there, Chuck. Take it steady. Novum 2 from Michigan. An interesting looking car now from Kogakuin University in Japan. They call this car the Wing. The concept behind their design is called the morphing of nature. Young engineers flying with the future. Good luck to Kogakuin. Next up in the Challenger class is Stanford University, the Sunday. Stanford University in the US inspired Jeff Straubel to partner with Elon Musk to found Tesla. And they're a wonderful team, and they absolutely understand that reliability and safety of the final design is the key to success in this event. Next up, we have team number 82, Kookmin University from South Korea. The car is named Taeguk. It's the name of the pattern at the center of the South Korean flag, and the spirit of Taeguk is leading a happy life. The unique design point of the car is the giant wave in the Taeguk form, which contains the image of every team member's face. Principia solar car from the US, RA-10. This Principia team is a well-established team and has spawned many famous members into the solar car community over many years. The Principia is a Christian college, and they seek to glorify God and do their best. And they say their design comes from these goals. We wish them well on their journey to Adelaide. Another interesting car and a newcomer to the competition, the team from Maraladen in Svenska, the Swedish team, one of the two Swedish teams that are here. The design of this car is absolutely fascinating, and their first time participation will certainly give them a great adventure. Next up, and again a very different design, the Northwest University from South Africa. The car name is Nalida. Again, reliability and safety are their top priorities and play an integral role in the design and construction. Northwest University South Africa engineering students have built this car themselves, and it certainly performed extremely well in all the scrutineering and testing, so we look forward to them having a wonderful trip down the Stewart Highway across the territory into South Australia. I'm thinking about the South Americans coming up soon. Goko High School, Muso Shin. What a wonderful concept this is. Again, very different, and they brought out the flavour of the materials in their car, and looking forward to crossing the wilderness and meeting the other teams from around the world. Goko High School has been in the event before and learned much from their previous participations, and that stands them in good stead. Next up, we have the other entrant from South Korea, the Newell Haerang car, number 28. Newell Haerang hope to showcase their engineering skills and the design philosophy that has the enthusiasm and hope for the future. We wish you well on your trip south. South Korean car, number 28. Next up, we have Antikari, the Inti Capilla car 4, which is indeed from South America, representing Chile. Antiquari are proud to be one of the few Latin American teams competing in the event, and the design of their car is a collaboration of work from students and professors at the University of La Serena, as well as the professionals at Minera Los Palambres. Their goal is to educate new generations and increase the use of advanced materials and renewable energy. Next up, number 46, Solvig from Sweden. This wonderful Swedish car, this wonderful Swedish team from Jönköping, they have been in the event before, and they're looking for distinguished features unique to the design. The chassis is made out of Swedish high-strength steel. The core of the car is Swedish-developed BMS systems, and they've put so much effort into this. We certainly hope that they will do well. They are well prepared. Team 43, Invictus, a new entrant into the event from the Australian National University in Canberra, sponsored by the MTAA supercharged car, Sol Invictus. They claim to have taken systems engineering to approach the design of the car, and by that defining the process of the goals and the requirements, what the car needs to do, and send this down to a specific set of checks. The team can measure their own progress in the design and build process. Sol Invictus, Australian National University, Canberra, first time entrant. Well done for getting here, and good luck down the road. I hope to stop by in Adelaide on the way back to Canberra. Next up, we have car number 20, Durham University Electric Motorsport. Durham University has always been about pushing boundaries of innovation, and their approach is to pursue design, manufacturing and engineering as components of the car themselves. They feel this gives their team members unparalleled opportunities for creativity, and it's a student-run team which provides the members with incredible hands-on learning opportunities. Durham University are aiming to put British engineering on the world stage, and feel that the Bridgestone World Solar Challenge is the optimal way to do so. Next up, Solar Team Twente. Had a bit of a disappointment in their time trials yesterday, which sees them at this point, but a very professional team, and they're soon, I'm sure, going to be catching up. Red Shift from the Netherlands, from Twente, the home of Grolsch, and the history of their team and the history of the way they have approached the team really will stand them in good stead. Best wishes, Twente! Team 18, Eco Photon from Malaysia. University Institute of Technology, Malaysia, Eco Photon first joined the Bridgestone World Solar Challenge in 2015 with Stingray. This year they've redesigned the car completely to be lighter and more efficient, and they've certainly made a magnificent job of reducing the weight of the car and improving the design and electrical systems. Experience in this event is everything, and our friends from Malaysia have done a wonderful job in the presentation of this car, and we wish them well on their journey south. Yep. Car number 18, Eco Photon from Malaysia. We did have one little hiccup in the presentation of the Challenger class cars. The team from Adelaide University lost their keys and couldn't start their car. I don't think that was the real reason. But we're going to bring them there before we start the cruises. So the final Challenger class car to be presented this morning is car number 7, Lumen 2 from Adelaide University. Where their aim is to minimise loss and maximise power. Every system, with the exception of the motor, is bespoke, ensuring that the whole team has experience in building every component of this car. And I know I've seen this car a number of times under construction in Adelaide, and they have worked extremely hard on it, and it's fantastic to see them here on the start line. Ladies and gentlemen, the final entrant in the Challenger class, Adelaide University, number 7. Might be on its way to Adelaide. Thanks guys, we feel for you. Absolutely, we feel for you, and we hope you have a wonderful adventure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move to the cruiser class. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move to the cruiser class. This year sees the 3rd iteration of the cruiser class, which is developing, the regulations for which are developing based on our learnings from previous events. This class came about because I was aware that there were teams who had a motivation not to build the fastest car, but to build the most practical car, and to change our perceptions about what a solar car is, what it looks like, and what it can do. That inspiration came from the Bochum School of Engineering in Germany, and this is their latest iteration, the ThyssenKrupp Blue Cruiser. And I'm sure you'll agree, this is a magnificent machine, a 4-seater with a build quality that is exceptional, and I'm sure they're going to have a great run down the track. Importantly, these cars aren't racing, they're not racing each other, they're not racing the Challenger class, but they are indeed in a regularity trial. They have a time window to reach in Adelaide. The second car in the cruiser class on the grid here is Clenergy Team Arrow from Queensland. And their design goal was to be the first Australian road registered solar car. And their aim here is to present a car which is a prototype for a commercialisation project. So talk to these guys and get your name on your list. You'll see how shiny the solar cells are. They're covered with a material called Gorilla Glass, which means that you can actually give them a scrub if they get dirty. Next up, we have the Sunswift car, Violet, from the University of New South Wales. Another iteration of their cruiser class, and they've come at this challenge in a fantastic way. Again, the build quality and interest in this car, they would love to see how this car can be commercialised, this concept can be commercialised. One of the challenges in New South Wales are the regulatory authority, but one day we will understand that advanced composites and advanced materials really have to be part of the equation. And you'll see that they're taking off pretty conservatively. That's because they don't really want to waste any energy, because the energy that they have in their energy management system is finite, and their ultimate score will be based on how much energy they use. Team number 94, University of Minnesota, EOS 2. Another cruiser class car from the US, continuing the University of Minnesota tradition of maximising the educational experience with as many components in the car as possible, designed and manufactured by the team. I'm honoured to present to you this morning the reigning champion of the cruiser class, the team from Eindhoven. Stella V is their latest iteration. This is a 5-seater car, and their vision is to build a family car, a balance between aerodynamics, aesthetics and practical design. This car is energy positive when conducted on the urban cycle in its home country. It actually generates more power than it uses to power its daily drive. Now we have car 35, which is Ivy from Hong Kong. And I'm sure you'll agree that these cruiser class cars are starting to look very different from the cars that we saw in the Challenger class at the beginning. Ivy's third time in participation. Delightful people, Stephen and his team, delightful people to deal with. IVE Engineering from Hong Kong. Thank you very much, have a safe journey. Next up is Sunspec, team number 5. Sunspec is from Singapore. Singapore Polytechnic first entered the cruiser class in 2013, although they did participate in '99 as Sunspeed. Building on the knowledge from their previous iterations, they've designed a car for better comfort, handling and efficiency. Their long-time goal will be to develop a solar car which can be used as a normal family vehicle. Good luck, Singapore. And I know you're used to this weather. Next on the line, Team 9, Prisium, the Penumbra car from the United States, from Iowa State University. They wanted to redefine what it meant to be a solar car. They wanted the public to question the technologies of today and ask, when can I drive a solar car? Therefore, Prisium constructed the world's first solar utility vehicle. 14th generation car from their university, crafted in and out with the consumer in mind, aiming to find the similar look of a standard car with efficient aerodynamic designs. Ease of access and plenty of luggage space was one of their goals. So we wish you well, Iowa. Welcome to our country and enjoy your journey. Next up are our friends from Poland. Number 45 from Łódź. The concept of Eagle 2 is to combine the extraordinary design with the practicality of an urban car. This is their second iteration and their second attendance at the event, and what a magnificent car they have developed. Well done, Łódź. Your country can be proud of you. Next up, team number 95, the Kaohsiung University of Applied Sciences from Taiwan, and St. John's, in conjunction with St. John's University in Taiwan. Apollo 8, their 8th iteration of building cars. It's a pity their professor isn't here. He has taken a much higher role in university life, but Gloria's here looking after them. Thank you very much, Taiwan, and good luck down the track. Now here's an interesting exhibit, number 42, TAFE SA. This cruiser class car was conceived as a prime mover. The trailer might get built again another day, but basically setting out to build a goods vehicle, and if they attend the practicality judging and do what I saw the other day, somebody threw a big steel toolbox in the tray and I thought, yeah, that's a ute. Good on you, TAFE SA. Wonderful that you've got a new concept, and we wish you well. And a very interesting looking car, STC2, Nicola from Thailand. Nicola's design philosophy And our Thailand friends always make a lot of noise, and good on you. What a wonderful. The design philosophy of this car is to make curves representative of the smoothness of future trends in technology. What a wonderful goal. Thank you, Thailand. Thank you for bringing that magnificent car to us here in Australia. Next up, we have Ilani, which is in the adventure class. Now, the adventure class is non-competitive. It's for those who have a car from a previous event, previous iteration, and are here purely for the adventure of crossing Australia on solar power, as I mentioned earlier. In this car, we have two cars in the adventure class, and this car particularly is the first time they've brought this car to Australia. It's been in other recognised events, which allows it to be here. And Argo has opted to build a carbon fibre monocoque with the lowest frontal area possible. And the second official adventure class car is the Tuskegee from Mississippi Choctaw High School. The second time they've been, wonderful people from that part of the United States, and it's the only Native American solar car team in the USA. In fact, I believe it's the only Native American team in the world, and we'd love to have a native team, an Indigenous team of our own one day, and I've been talking to Northern Territory University about that. Designed and built by the high school students themselves, and a great adventure bringing that here to Australia. Now I do want to show you, ladies and gentlemen, some cars that will not be formally participating, but are invited here to show you their work. The RVCE College of Engineering in India built this car and gained a lot of knowledge from their experience in the previous event. They talk about its simplicity in construction, but unfortunately it doesn't quite meet our safety standards, and we're not keen on letting them go down the road. They've also got some technical issues which has the gremlins that come and bite them. But we're delighted that they're here. We're delighted that we can show you, our public, their car. They can show you their car, and we'll trailer that down to Adelaide and put it on display there. India, your technology in Bangalore is legendary, and I know, disappointing though it is, you won't be driving this to Adelaide. You're taking it to Adelaide and showing the world that Bangalore technology is credible on the world stage. Thank you very much. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, Flinders University, my university, Investigator 3 in the cruiser class, a magnificent effort team, absolutely magnificent effort. I know that the gremlins have come and bitten you, and you haven't quite ticked off all the boxes for the scrutineers to authorise you to get your licence plate to drive down the road, but you will next time. And the iterations that you have, the experience that you have in building this car, bringing it here to Darwin, is an absolute credit to you and your team. Dr. Wildy is driving the car. Well done. Good stuff. Great work, guys. Appreciate your efforts. So sorry that you had those difficulties, but we will see you in Adelaide, and we will continue to celebrate this magnificent achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, Solar Challengers, that's it. They're on their way. They've gone. Now what? We watch the social media feeds, we watch the internet, we watch the trackers. It's a long, long way. It's not an easy task, but thank you very much for coming out on this wonderful Darwin humid morning. Thank you to our fans on social media through our live streaming. Thank you to the Arafura Wind Ensemble, to the Northern Territory authorities for allowing us to have the privilege of being here on the steps of Parliament House in State Square, and importantly thank you, Minister Lauren Moss, for you and your team and your government. Please pass